You strong.
Well, today I am so pleased to have Dru Kahlenberg here of Alta Homes as our guest. Dru, thank you for coming.
Thank you for having me.
Going back, I've known Dru for a few years, and I've always been very impressed with your product and its affordability. There's so many people who cannot afford to find a home right now, and I'm telling these guys, and that's why you're here today, because I want people to know you and your product. But let me ask you this, Dru. What got you to think, hey, I want to be a home builder?
So, in all honesty, when I moved back to Texas, we were a land development company primarily. So we develop every subdivision that we build in. And we were building a couple of custom homes on Lake Conroe, and that really piqued my interest in doing so. And I thought, well, we developed the land, and I see all these home builders building back when I thought were, I'd say, subpar products. I thought to myself, why can't someone do that better and produce a home that has that, family in mind, a home that's a home but not a house. And I thought, well, might as well give it a shot. I knew most of everything that we had to do, and it kind of went running with it. That's sort of how I started in that industry.
Well, I always remember asking Dru when I was super impressed with your product and its affordability back then, and even more so today. And I asked, the question was asked of Dru, why and so forth. You did this, but you ultimately said, I wouldn't build any home that I personally would not live in.
That's correct. Every time we design a house, or I design a house with my architect, I take a really critical view on it to make sure that, to answer my question, would I be okay with living in that home in any part of my life at any given point? And same thing goes with the way I draw the electrical plan, for example. How many lights are in a room? Should we add a fan in this room standard? How many outlets? Always, taking that into consideration to be able to say, well, I built that. I'll be comfortable living in that. So I hope that my customer would be too.
Excellent. And do you offer any warranties with your product?
Yes, we do. We offer a 2-year mechanical and 10-year structural warranty. I know most builders offer a 1-year mechanical warranty, but I'm confident in our product enough to say that I can offer a 2-year on that.
There you go. So anyone watching this, you really need to check out Alta Homes. Just look up Alta Homes and you can find their website on the bottom of the screen. Your future products that you have in mind, do you have anything going on right now?
So yes, we actually have a new development going. It's called Lexington Heights. And we're all really excited about that subdivision because it's going to be near Lake Conroe, off of the new highway expansion they're doing in Willis, off Highway 1097. And I think that's going to be a really pretty community, especially with the things that we have planned in that subdivision. And we're going to try to build as nice of a product as possible, while still trying to provide the most affordable option for our customers.
I'm going to ask you a question, and I want you to think about it. Up to this point in your life, who would you say has been your greatest inspiration?
Up to this point, I'd say my greatest inspiration, I have two. It would be my father and my wife. She was my girlfriend when I started developing this business, but she's been with me from the start, and so I really think that her points of view and her design aspects have really helped grow this company immensely. And my father, because he's really pioneered the land development part of our company and allowed us to continue this home building effort to be able to provide our customers with very affordable products while still staying very competitive in the market.
I love that. And I've met both your father and your wife, and you are right on. They have your back 100%, and they have the same attitude in terms of providing excellence in service that you do. And I can see why you picked those two.
They're great. I love them both.
Well, I'm glad to hear that. Okay, another question to you. You've been doing this a while, and I think there's always obstacles that come up in owning your own business. I know that I also encountered the same thing. What would you say has been one of the greatest obstacles you've encountered, and how did you overcome it?
I'd say the greatest obstacle that I've overcome is really, and it's funny because you think it's the easiest, but the design aspect and making sure that we design a house that everybody will love, while still making sure that it's within that umbrella of being affordable, right? You can design a really knockout house, but it becomes unaffordable, and to try to crunch that down, it's challenging, more so than people think. And also really finding the correct contractors and tradesmen to be able to rely on, that we trust enough to say they're okay with working inside one of our houses. I know it's been a difficult couple of years, especially with the pandemic and supply chain shortages, but I think to where we're at right now, we have very good people working on our homes. And very good options.
I think you do too. Yeah, they really do care, as you do. And I think that I'm going to go back and say the Alta Homes has a 2-year warranty, not a 1-year as traditional builders might have, and a 10-year structural warranty. So with that confidence, it takes you into the next phase of that I'm going to reiterate, affordability. I've seen you progress, and you started off with a small community. Now you have 2, 3, 4 going, in the works. It's absolutely amazing and inspiring. I don't know what else to say aside that keep going. And my goal in my career is to see as many people know what home ownership is, that pride of home ownership. It's American dream, and you're helping to make that happen for so many people.
I appreciate that. That's definitely one of the biggest things that got me into this business, is helping people make that dream come true.
Thank you, Dru, for joining us today.
Thank you, Dina. I appreciate it.
Managing your own properties got you feeling overwhelmed? You're not alone. You will be happy to know help has arrived. All your property needs and stress-free. One Innovative Management is here to help. $100 a month is all it takes. So when you're ready for a change, one that will change how you make money, One Innovative Management is here for you.